Good evening. Happy New Year. Can I give you a suggestion how I have prevented contracting the boogeyman, the C word, Mr. 19? So, if you look at how you spell the word Mr. 19, it's spelled with a C, then a O, then a V, then an ID. And what does COV mean? Certificate of Vaccination, Identification, Year 19. If you're following me, that's what we're talking about, Mr. 19. How do you prevent getting Mr. 19? Very simply. You unplug your television. You denounce the mainstream media, because if you haven't figured out by now, their job is to lie to you and to deceive you and to distract you and to separate you from true source. Okay? Mr. 19 is part of the virus agenda that biogenetics and all that. If you look at the diets in the Bible and the way that people lived in the Bible, no diseases existed. Disease exists where sin is. Viruses exist where sin is. Illness exists where sin is. Because they modified the food, they modified the diet, they modified the lifestyle, they modified the entertainment, they modified the influence, they modified the education, they modified the healthcare system, they modified the insurance company. They modified everything. God, our Father who art in heaven, God, designed us, or designed the immune system with us, with you, right here, you. I'm talking to you. He designed the immune system with you in mind. So he was thinking about you, and he was like, listen, John, Mark, Ashley, Thomas, Brittany, Samantha, Alfonso, all of you. I've been thinking about you, so I designed this immune system for you guys. Immune system. How do you strengthen your immune system? Well, me personally, how I do it, what works for me, I take my shoes off and I put my bare feet on the ground, on the earth, on clean dirt if you can, because they spray chemicals on the lawns. So you know what I mean? If it's freshly sprayed, you don't want to absorb that. You want to make sure it's dry and evaporate it away. But your best bet is to go in the woods where you're next to trees that have been living in their own ecosystem naturally for years, and then you stand on that. That's how you strengthen your immune system. Your immune system, what's the word? Collaborates with vitamin D in the sun. I don't want to say it depends on vitamin D, but vitamin D is a very beneficial source for the immune system. So I prefer to say it collaborates with the sun. And I think God was like, okay, the sun, the moon, the earth, humans, duh. Let me make this simple for you. I'm going to invent. I'm going to give you the Bible, Bible, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, the Holy Bible. I'm going to pound it. I'm going to repeat this over and over, because how do you teach someone something? Repetition, okay? How do you break a habit? Repetition. How do you form a habit? Repetition. So I'm going to repeat myself. And if you don't like it, you need to listen again. I'm going to keep repeating it until you like it. So, God had us in mind when he was designing the immune system. So all this propaganda about diseases and these new variants and new viruses, All that's, you know what that is? That's how you sell injections. Because if I was like, hey, guess what? You have the best immune system in the world, and you know how you recharge it with the sun, and you can put your feet on the ground, and you'll never get sick ever again. So you'd be like, yeah, cool, common sense, right? I don't need any injections. Why? First of all, why would you want to get injected? Me? Like, if you're injecting me, that means I'm going to wake up. Probably I'm not going to wake up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting injected. Not interested. I know what injections are about. And I'm not into Nazi fascism. That's not my option. So, to how to prevent getting the C word, the boogeyman, Mr. COVID, Mr. 19, whatever you want to call it, you believe in your immune system. You break your television with a sledgehammer. If you can't afford to break your television, just turn it off. Don't turn it on. And if you can't not turn it on, unplug it. Take the power cord out of it and hide the power cord. Tell your wife to hide the power cord. Tell your husband to wipe the power cord. Whatever. Get rid of it. Because the television... Listen, first of all, television, what did they do? They adjusted the frequency an octave higher than a natural state, which is 432, which is a healing frequency, which is a love frequency. And they weaponized media broadcasting systems, television. They tuned it to 440. So what do? They channel entities on your channel, because you have to pick a channel. And they adjust the frequency so it's weaponized. And then they program you, because it's a channel and it's programming through the channel on a station. So they pick the station, so CBS, CNN, they're all owned by the same 2 or 3 people now. It used to be 7 or 8, 15, I don't know. It's probably like way less than that. So they're weaponizing these radio frequencies to make you a slave to society. And by society, I mean their propaganda, corporate-driven capitalism. They call it capitalism because anyone can sell anything, but really it's just monopolies that are segregated into subsidiaries that are all owned by the same people. And they call it capitalism, but it's a joke. It's a freaking illusion. And so if you want to never ever 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 get the C word ever again, and I promise you, Scout's honor, you will never get the C word ever again if you stop taking injections, if you start putting your feet back on the earth, you start grounding and earthing. And sun gazing. You got to start sun gazing. And you got to start strengthening your immune system. So, I like to strengthen my immune system with the Mediterranean diet food pyramid. It's a different way of eating. It shows you, instead of, because the American food pyramid is wrong. Look at the Mediterranean diet food pyramid. Look at Dr. Joel Fuhrman. Look at the immune system, special forces, G-bombs, GBOMBS, G-bombs, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. And what's the other one? There's 3 of them that I like to mix together. G-bombs, Mediterranean food pyramid, and well, Dr. Joel Fuhrman talks about the nutritarian diet, which is what you want, because the Dr. Joel and then Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi includes the electricity diet, the high alkaline diet, because if you're alkaline, then you're not acidic, and being acidic is when your pH is low, and that's when illness and diseases and different things happen. But if you stay alkaline and high oxygen, not acidic, then you don't get sick. Trust me, this is the medical system, the medical industry are owned by the same people that were funded to murder, not to murder, to work. They were contracted to work my people to death inside of their complex, which was designed to, what were they doing? They were making chemicals and synthetic things, but really they were starting the space race, this fake indoctrination, mind control, because we don't live on a spinning ball that's chasing the sun. The sun is a stationary, the sun revolves around, the sun is very close to us, okay? The sun is 24 hours, the moon is 28 days times 13 equals 364. The sun revolves each day, the moon revolves each moon cycle, and then there's 13 moon cycles, which equals a year, and then the stars represent each season of astrological, wherever the patterns of the sun make the, you know what I'm talking about, your zodiac. So, what did they do? If you don't know your history, I know my history. IG Farben, they had a 16, it was bigger than that. It was at least 16 square kilometers. They had factories set up, and they were preparing for this fake space race. If you want to learn the easiest way, it's a movie. You can go download this movie, you can buy this movie, you can rent this movie. It's called Operation Avalanche. And it will explain to you. It's a fake documentary about the fake moon landing. Okay? But it's a non-fiction, or it's a fiction. It's the fucking truth, okay? Forgive me, Father, forgive me for cussing. But they label it as the documentary. I don't know. The way it's labeled is very strategic. So it's like you got the people who love the Constitution, who love equal rights, and then you have people who are brainwashed, who think that doctors care about them, and they're like participating and wearing these things and doing all this stupid, ignorant, anti-immune system things. And it's like, I'm supposed to respect you. It's like, listen, 1 + 1 is 2, right? Then why do you still believe that 1 + 1 is 3? Because some guy in a bow tie has convinced you that 1 + 1 is 3? Hello? You went to kindergarten, 2nd, 1st, 8th, 9th, 10th, graduation, and you still think 1 + 1 is 3? It's hard for me to sympathize with 1 + 1 = 3. There is no sympathy. There's no empathy. There's definitely no empathy. And you couldn't pay me enough to sympathize with it. So I think it's time to look at yourself in the mirror, or in a puddle, in a pond, in a creek, wherever. Go look at your reflection and reflect on yourself, okay? What have I been doing? Who am I? How many people would be happy to see me go? How many people would be sad to see me go? You know? I, I was a child looking into. I was privileged to know things about the future, okay? And the more it was revealed to me, like, the more I tried to doubt it and the more I tried to lie about it because it's part of their agenda. That's what I don't know what they're called. The ones that are like, that are pushing what they wrote on those stones in, I don't know what that place is called. I don't care about it because I didn't read it, and I don't, honestly, anyone could, if I want to make a monument and I wanted to advertise it, then it would become popular, okay? So it was one theory that these demonic possessed families who think they have control of the world, they had an agenda to depopulate the world to a certain number, and they wrote it on stone in 10 different languages, I supposedly. And I don't care about it because, you know, what I see in stone is Moses' law, the Ten Commandments. And the people that live in our realm who are possessed and they think that they have power, they're trying to play God. That's why all these natural disasters keep happening and all these, you know, not so nice things happen when fools try to play God. And it's whatever, you know. I pray for mercy on, I pray for God to have mercy on those who are blind and still participating in it. I pray for justice for the ones who deserve to be punished with swift justice, you know, like, I pray for that. I pray for healing for the ones who deserve healing, the ones who ask for healing. I pray for that. I pray for wisdom for the ones who are stuck, who don't know what's going on, who have just been like, man, God, why is life so hard? Give them some wisdom so they can start appreciating what they have. I pray for healing and health for the ones who know what's going on but don't have the energy to keep going, the ones who are unmotivated, the ones who are depressed. I pray for healing for them. I pray for me to be nice, to be kind, to be observant, to be relatable. So when I see someone who's dealing with something that I might think is like, whatever, why is it, like, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? To me, it might be something that's, what's wrong with you? But to them, it's like, whoa, I can't deal with this, you know? I pray to be able to understand people's struggles. And that's what will make you a better person. And then I pray for swift justice because, like my prayer, Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle, be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Like, that's automatic permission. You know, Saint Michael is the ultimate exorcist. You know? I feel good, you know? I feel really good. I pray for everyone to find peace. I pray for people to find fervent faith. Like Kanye West said, he said, or was it Pastor? I don't know who it was. It was part of the Sunday service. He said, all the people that are excited and loud about sin and proud of it, Where's the people that are proud of Christ? You know what I mean? The ones that want to yell, I love Jesus. You know what I mean? That's what we need. We need people that are proud to be good, proud to raise their children right, proud to guide people in the right direction. I don't care about the distraction. I don't care about anything. I really don't. I like anything that isn't God and good. I don't care about it. Like, you could try to illusion with me and try to make me feel sorry for you with your illusion. It doesn't matter to me. Like, ciao. I understand true suffering, and I understand truth. That's what I'm focused on. This is a new year. I'm getting militant. I've always been militant, but you're gonna see militant. And not in a bad way. Like, I'm not gonna have time to joke with you and have small talk anymore. It's not an option anymore. I don't care about entertainment. I really don't. I like being entertained sometimes, like probably like 2% of my lifetime I like to be entertained, but about 98% of my time I'm focused, all right? I wish I could be 100% focused. That would probably drive me to insanity. So I do entertain myself a little bit, but not with your fault. First of all, you guys don't even know the definition of comedy, okay? Relearn the definition of homosexuality and perversion and fuckery is not comedy, okay? Father, forgive me. But you guys need to learn what real comedy is, because I'm going to show you some comedy if you want to get funny.